Hi, and welcome back. Grandma needs a haircut and is going to be going to get one this afternoon. I'm also going to be giving out blood today, so I'm going to try to get some stuff done before that happens because I'm probably going to be wiped out this afternoon. Today is the day we make mustard to make ketchup. You heard that right. We are making mustard to make fermented ketchup. This has been something that I've been doing for years, and it comes out absolutely gorgeous. It's kind of like a spicy, sour ketchup that comes out because all the sugars have already leached out of it in the fermentation process, and it's a very unique taste. Now, it's been hot down here. We have 75, 80 degree weather. Whenever the Northeast is having, blizzard conditions, about 0 degrees. And then the West Coast has all this rain that's coming down. It's an interesting time. It's 75, 80 degrees here in Central Texas in February. Now, like I said, we have one more freeze that's going to be coming. Typically, it's around Easter time, but it may be coming early. It's going to be in the 50s this weekend. So hopefully, cross our fingers, we'll be able to get that final freeze in to be able to get the garlic to sprout. How to make mustard. You can do this stone ground style, or you can do this smooth style. All you're going to need is some mustard seeds or mustard powder that has already been ground up. The more you can grind up the mustard seeds, the smoother the mustard's going to be. I'm going to be using stone ground for this application. You're also going to want to go ahead and get some vinegar. Okay, I am using homemade apple cider vinegar. This already has the good bacteria in it to start the ferments. You can use regular apple cider vinegar. You can use white vinegar. You can use any vinegar that you want. You can even use your kombucha starter, because this is basically vinegar that you start your kombucha, your next batch of kombucha. This can be a vinegar. It's just tea vinegar. Now, whenever you buy mustard, okay, in the store, there's not very many additives added to this. Some of them do, like yellow number, I don't know what. Most of the organic ones use turmeric to get that yellow consistency in their mustard, because whenever you grind even yellow seeds, it kind of turns out to be a little bit brown. So you use turmeric to be able to get that nice golden color. They have this does have added sugar in it. I am not going to add sugar to mine. We are just going to use honey, because I'm making a honey mustard and it's going to go into the ketchup. So basically all you need to make mustard are mustard seeds or mustard powder, vinegar, salt, and if you know me, I've already got 10 pounds of salt in my house. I don't use iodine salt. Do not use iodine salt in any ferments. It gives it a metallic taste and it kills the good bacteria. Use sea salt, Redmond's salt, or pink Himalayan salt. Nothing with iodine in it. We are going to add a little bit of honey and a little bit of turmeric. And water. You do need to dilute the vinegar whenever you're soaking the seeds, just a little bit. So let's get started. First, we're going to take a jar. we're going to add seeds. Now, this is about... We're going to add a 1/4 cup of the seeds to the jar. We're going to add a 1/2 cup of apple cider vinegar. This is not going to seem like much, but these seeds are actually going to absorb the moisture from the liquid and puff up. And again, 1/2 cup of water. We're going to cover that up, let that soak overnight. And with the miracle of YouTube, I already have some sitting on the side here. I put this together last night. Now you can skip this step and just use organic mustard that's already been ground and pre-ground and everything else like that, because this is not the ferment. The vinegar is the ferment. We're also going to be fermenting the tomato sauce. This is going to take some time. About a week, maybe 2. This process is just how to make mustard. Now you can, in the soaking process, add other seeds just to be able to make different types of mustard. You can add dill seed, coriander seed, fennel seed. It's the same process. All right. We're going to go ahead and drain this, but we're going to reserve the vinegar, because we're going to slowly add it back into here till we get this to the proper consistency that we want. Quarter cup at a time. Because as you grind, it's going to start to thicken. Now, right now, it smells like horseradish. And for that amount of seeds is about 1/4 cup of the vinegar solution. You can feel it. It is ground up. It's kind of gritty. It's not smooth, which is kind of what we want. Now here's where we're going to go ahead and add a few spices. About 1/8 of a teaspoon of turmeric, because we only have a 1/4 cup of mustard right now. And it is a little bit thin, but we do want it a little bit thin right now, because we're going to be adding dry goods to this. And about a 1/4 teaspoon of my gigantic stash of salt. But to this, we are going to be adding about a tablespoon of honey. We want that honey flavor to actually shine in this. And we're not going to be using all of this mustard for a pint of ketchup. Okay, we're going to only be using about 2 tablespoons of this. So we're going to have a little bit of leftover mustard, which is great with Braunschweiger. This will thicken up. You can, if you think it's too thin, you can add some mustard powder to it. But right now, this is what we want. Now, I do want to go ahead and show you this as I was grabbing all my spices to ferment the ketchup. This actually thickened up. So that's the reason why you want to take it out of the blender thin, is because the rest of this is going to be absorbed from the rest of the mustard seeds. Okay, so it does thicken up as it sits. This is going to be a cold processed ferment. That means we're not heating anything up to be able to get this to ferment. We've already heated up the tomatoes, brought that down to a sauce to where this is kind of like a crushed tomatoes. I have the skins and seeds and everything in here. Like I said, it doesn't bother me. We're going to dump this into here and add the spices, mix it all up, and then we're going to ferment the ketchup. One pint of tomato sauce. We are going to go ahead and add about 2.5% salt, which is about a half a tablespoon. This will start the ferment process. Along with the homemade vinegar that you've used for the mustard. Now, I'm going to add about half of this, about 1/8 of a cup. And remember, we already have turmeric in this. But we are also going to go ahead and add a little bit of smoked paprika, about a 1/4 teaspoon, because we like this spicy. Okay, a little bit of allspice, about a 1/4 teaspoon. Garam masala is actually a spice blend. This has cumin, black pepper, cinnamon, cloves, coriander, and cardamom. So you don't really need to add all of those. You just get this and add it all in. Now, I don't blend the black pepper in here, but we are going to be adding about a half a teaspoon of this to the ketchup. Okay. Some bay leaves, about 2. And some dill. Notice I'm not adding any onion or garlic to this. It doesn't need it. The mustard acts kind of like a horseradish type taste to the ketchup. And once it ferments, then that horseradish taste is just going to get stronger. Now you can go ahead and add a little bit of sugar to this as well, or extra honey. And yes, it looks like a paste right now, and it's going to look completely gross. It's going to taste wonderful, and the color is going to change. Get out all mixed in, all down. Put your ferment lid on it. If you don't have one of these, they have them on Amazon. Or if you don't have, or you can put some cheesecloth over this. Or a paper towel. And then put the lid on it. It will make it to where the gases can escape and come out of the paper towel, but won't let the air back in. We're going to go ahead and put the ferment lid on. We're going to let this sit for about a week, maybe 2. And that's it. That's how you make fermented ketchup with natural mustard. That's it. That's how you make mustard. That's how you make fermented ketchup with mustard starter. It's a unique taste. I highly recommend that you try it. Only because you can't get this in the store. Okay? You can only make this. It is something that, because of cultures and traditions, fermented condiments are very popular. This is mine. It can be your household's too. But with everything that's going on with the tariffs and government, and I can't apologize to the world enough for this. I really can't. Storing the dried goods, the mustard seeds, the dill seeds, all the dried ingredients for this is actually a lot easier than buying it in the store because prices are going up. My coffee doubled, and I'm just glad I was able to buy enough to try to help me through at least some of this. Thank you for joining. Hope you enjoyed, and we'll see you next time.